I have many vices, but my absolute favorite is bourbon. A little while ago, I saw Ben Ueda from Homemade Modern make some lids for some glass jars from a mold. I thought it would be a cool idea to turn some out of wood on my lathe. My parents had this cheap bottle cutter they got on Amazon and they let me borrow it. I'll put a link in the description. The idea is to score the bottle all the way around, then dip the bottle into contrasting water baths, one with boiling water and one with ice water. It actually works remarkably well. Once I converted my bottle into a jar, I sanded the edge a little, then turned my attention to the lid. Now, bourbon barrels are made from charred white oak, so I thought to tie into the bourbon theme, I would use this gnarly piece of white oak I had. I cut it to just over size of the jar, marked center by connecting diagonals, then drew a circle the size of the jar. I roughed out the blank on my little bandsaw and then brought it over to the lathe. To mount it on the lathe, I put it between centers. I started turning it round, then put a tenon on one end. At this point, I realized that this blank would be big enough for 2 lids, so I added a second tenon to the other side and marked center. I took it off the lathe and took it over to my big bandsaw. In an effort to make a safer cut, I thought it would be a good idea to put it in a hand screw clamp to give the round a solid base so it wouldn't try to rotate as I fed it through the blade. I thought wrong. And that scared the crap out of me, but it did accomplish my goal. Back at the lathe, I put my chuck on and mounted the tenon in the jaws. I cleaned up my pant sweater and made another sort of tenon. This one would fit snugly inside the jar to make a seal. Once I had a good fit, I made a slight taper up the neck just to ensure it would always have a good fit through seasonal changes. I sanded everything and took it off the lathe. In trying to deal with removing the tenon, I made my second stupid cut of the day. This time I got my thumb with my Ryoba saw. I was worried about putting pressure on the piece and the checks exploding, yada yada yada. Stupid. So, after a little first aid, I took the lid to my stationary belt sander to remove the offending tenon. And that actually accomplished 2 things at once, removing the tenon and giving me a decent surface. After that, I hit the lid with some 220 grit on the random orbital sander, then finished it with Danish oil. I'm not really sure what I'm going to put in this jar, but I think it looks pretty cool either way. I could see this being a good gift for bourbon lovers, and Lord knows I know a few. I want to thank you for watching this video and tell you about a few things. First off, I'm the newest host of the former Crafted podcast, now called The Creators Collective. I'll put a link in the description. Second, you still have a chance to enter my 20,000 subscriber giveaway, link in the description. And third, as I enter the winter months, I'm going to make a big effort to post more videos regularly. A great way to make that happen is to consider becoming a patron on Patreon, link in the description. As always, guys, if you like what I'm doing, be sure to let me know in the comment section. And if you aren't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and share this with a friend. Thanks for watching.